Oh, we're working hard to get up that hill, but we're not really getting anywhere, huh? Sorry, I can't help you or I would. Look at him go! Yeah, he's not going anywhere, that's for sure. Wait. Yeah, I thought I saw something moving. It's coming this way. Hurry up.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's still not down. Come on. Ah! Shotgun. Yes. We got him. Hello there, my YouTube friends and fans. Welcome to Outer Worlds 2. I actually recently finished this game after about 62 hours of absolute fun. This game really blew my mind because I was so underwhelmed by the first one that I never really looked back, and when people brought it up I was like, oh yeah, that game. What was that game about again? It was just so forgettable, and I felt kind of bad for the developers who actually, the designers that worked on that game so hard, but boy, did they work hard on this game. If this game feels like they really listened to people and they put so much effort into it, and the more I played, the more I could say it is like, has a little bit of Bioshock in from the really cool characters it has, and the music and just the memorabilia. And it has a lot of things that remind me of a Borderlands, like the first few Borderlands games. There is not really much of Fallout in there, even though people always wanted to say that. But I think nowadays people compare everything to Fallout almost, and it's not even anything close. So there's actually way more than one planet, which is what I first thought, because the first planet called Aden is so huge, there's so much to do and so much to see, that I thought that was it, that was the game. You just play on this planet and do all the missions, and then the last mission. And so I spent a lot of time on this planet before I was ready to go back to the ship and realized, aha, there is another planet, and look at that, there's more than just 2 planets, there's many planets, and then other stations that you can visit. The game just keeps giving and giving as you play. But the game actually doesn't even start on a planet. It starts on a ship and you go do some stuff there, and I don't want to give anything away for those who haven't played it yet. And then you fly on this ship to this planet called Aden, and then you, for the first time, get ready to explore the planet. But before you leave, you are being given a choice of some companions. You only get the first 2 at first. I actually just used the robot, Valerie is her name, and ran around with her because it just reminded me so much of Borderlands. And having played so much No Man's Sky lately, I was thinking, yeah, it's got a little bit of No Man's Sky in here too, because of all the crazy creative plants that you find and even creative creatures. But you also find amazing places with buildings that you can explore top to bottom. There's missions in those buildings. You often have to solve puzzles. You can't get through certain doors, you have to find key parts or on some bodies or elsewhere, and there is just loot everywhere. So here I'm actually just gonna go and find a collectible that I know is supposed to be here, found it, and talk to people. People in this game are a lot of fun, but the enemies, oh my god, they're not a cakewalk. Some of the enemies, especially at the beginning when you don't have such good weapons, can be quite tough, and it's sometimes better to run than trying to stand your ground, because you just have to wait until you get the better weapons, and also you can upgrade your skills and perks and all that good stuff. But more about that later. Then sometimes you just find cute places like this little picnic place, and you can loot that, and then you can loot the bodies. And the looting, if you are a fan of looting, yes, you will get enough. So here's like a view over this first planet here, of parts of it. and just how much is there, like buildings and levels and tunnels and all kinds of stuff. And you have to literally go and look at every nook and cranny in order not to miss out, because there is so much to find. And I know they have actually, and look, there's a planet up there that kind of reminds you once in a while that you're actually on a planet and not on the Earth. And when you're finished with the main missions on Aden, you get to go to Dorado, which is the next planet that unlocks. And this planet literally was so much fun. I could not get enough of it. The map is really big. It takes a really long time to see everything, explore everything. And there are like trenches like that reminded me of Battlefield 1, and then there are characters and crazy vegetation that reminded me of Borderlands, but in general just the landscape reminded me a lot of Borderlands. And really crazy enemy. It's a lot more dangerous here, so obviously by then you have better weapons and you need them. But again, I mean, you can see how high I am up here. There are some secret paths that get you to places that you otherwise cannot get. And yeah, again, a whole lot of amazing missions and side missions. And I kept coming back here again and again because you can actually travel between planets and, you know, do things that you forgot about, or you want to go back and check out one more time. And, you know, there's so much loot. I actually never could find out how to get down to this place. I couldn't climb down. I couldn't jump down because I would have hurt myself or I'd killed myself. Someone, when I Googled it, said there is actually a mission connected to it, but I don't know, must have missed it. But the developers definitely expect people to do several playthroughs of this game. That's not something I have time for, so I just had to like look at it from above. But again, yeah, really cool things. You can't swim, so yeah, I couldn't get through the river because you drown when you swim, unfortunately, but I'm sure they did that for a very good reason. And it never really was something that bothered me. This way they can kind of keep you out of places you shouldn't be at yet. But again, yeah, it's really, really cool to just explore and just, I don't know. If you're a person that just likes to explore open worlds, this is the game for you. Looting, shooting, open worlds, it's definitely it. And next you get 2 planets to choose from. I went to Praetor first and then to Cloister. So here is Praetor and you can just do this. That's the one thing I really, really missed in this game. There is no photo mode. The only thing you can do, you can kind of idle the screen. So it just kind of does this. But that's not very helpful, and I think they probably will add photo mode later because this game is so absolutely beautiful, where you could take so many amazing photos just for wallpapers or banners or just for yourself to keep. And it's really a pity that they did not add that, but anyway, so that's what you get so far. And this planet is always kind of darkish. It means it's always night. There is another planet where it's always day. I definitely prefer the always day. It's never really super dark here, but after a while you just kind of start missing the sun. So this was my least favorite planet, but still had a lot of fun. The missions were definitely a lot of fun. The side missions were fun. The puzzles were fun. There is a lot of fun to be had on this planet, but not my favorite for sure. I had a lot more footage taken on this planet and I really wanted to use it for my video, but for some reason I got a corruption on my drive and I wasn't able to recover those files. I tried several times, they're gone. So this is all you get from this planet. And then you get to discover the ASC Undisputed Claim, which is like just a space station that you can visit, and oh boy. At first it's like super overwhelming, but also exciting because you just are like, where should I go first? There are stores, you know, shops and bars and restaurants and just so much to see. And there's also a bunch of missions and side missions happening here. It's a lot of fun. And then I checked out Cloister next. And at first I thought, well, it's a small planet and it looks like there's not a big map, so this is probably gonna take not much time. And boy, was I wrong. The map just opened up more and more and more, and it ended up being just as huge as Eden, if not actually bigger. There was so much to see and so many mind-blowing events and locations. I was just like, wow, where do I even start? And what also made this map a lot of fun is because you find some incredible weapons that just make you so powerful, and they're just so much fun to use. And it was definitely like cool to just kind of try out all the different weapons on the different enemies and just kind of see which weapon is best for which type of enemy. Or just kind of try them out and laugh, like this weapon. I just thought it was hilarious when I just put this like blubber stuff in the top, and then I kept going with it. And we also have lots of pistols and crazy events, as I told you, not getting into that scary deep whatever cliffs, and my guy standing in the snow. And oh yeah, and there is tons of mines here too that you have to be really careful of. If you have the skill, you can actually just disarm them, as I do here. Otherwise, you probably trample in a few of those, which happened to me like a lot, until you learn to really watch out for them and just shoot them. That's kind of what I did on the other planet, which there were actually mines too. There's mines pretty much anywhere but on the first planet. And one of my favorite weapons here at the end was like this icy shotgun. I forgot the name of it. The weapons all had really fun names. It was super effective, and it also looked very cool. I just absolutely love shotguns in any game. And yes, there are a ton of different grenades, like from electrical grenades to gas grenades, you name it, everything. I haven't used them at the beginning enough. I really should have, because they're super effective. You can save yourself a lot of ammo by using the grenades and have a little bit of fun with it. And usually when there are super strong enemies, you always know there's some really good loot to find afterwards. And with the maps, you have different zoom levels, which helps if there's several floors. You just, in a building, you can see everything up and close and personal. Here you can see what a map looks like of one of the planets, and those blue icons that you see, those are all fast travel points that just open up once you get there. And you definitely run into the craziest characters, very creative, very fun characters, and they also a lot of times have a lot of fun stuff to say. Even though I did skip a lot of the dialogue, at the beginning I was kind of listening to it, but then afterwards I was just so eager to go and do things that I didn't want to always listen to the whole story. Because you can literally just go into your log and kind of read a summary of what the guy said and what is needed next. And that's just me. I have a little bit of ADHD, so I just don't have the patience to listen to someone babble over and over again about the same thing. And you can decide at the beginning how you want to build up your character, or during the run. You don't have to make it up right at the beginning, but you have to kind of decide where you want to put your points. I went with engineering because that helped me like just crack and hack a lot of things and fix things for other people, and that was very satisfying. That's just what I love to do, especially because it gives you a lot of times access to some incredible loot that you would never able to access otherwise, or you would have to wait until way later when you have like another skill that might get you through the door. Or you can also pickpocket people to hopefully get a key from them. Sometimes they also give access to you if you do a favor for them or some kind of side mission that's related to it, but not always. And then it's always good to kind of check everywhere in a house, because often you find some secret hidey spots, like here in the crawling space. I actually found a triple barrel shotgun and even shells for it, I probably already had the shotgun at this point because this is when I actually came back to this planet. But if you should be here at the beginning and find this should be a really, really good find for you. That's going to help you out a lot. So looking everywhere is definitely worth it. Don't rush through the game. Like, take your time. And here you can see we have all the guns. There's many, many more. I'm just showing some of them here. I sold a lot of duplicates. I found the same gun over and over. And then I found new ones and I found variations of them. I think you find about 200 to 300 guns. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it felt. I sold so many guns just to make the inventory more manageable. But again, I mean, people cannot complain. There's literally a gun for everyone, for every use, for every scenario. Nothing is missing. And I probably haven't even found all the guns yet because there's a few things that I couldn't do because of the path that I've chosen. But again, I mean, I have nothing to complain. There was so much to choose from. And then we have the armor. There is also a ton of armor and helmets. I'm only showing you here what I had at the beginning. After that, I was like just toying around with so many different outfits and combinations to just get the best output. A lot of really cool outfits. Then here are the grenades. Those are the ones that I had at this point. There's many more grenades, as you can see in the different slots that there are. Then we have food and drinks. I mostly used food and drinks to heal myself, to kind of save on healing packs or this, inhaler. Didn't use that much. Also, you can get addicted to it. So if you use it too much, you can't use it anymore until you kind of upgrade some of the perks. And then we have here the resources. There's mods for everything. So you can find those mods and then apply them to weapon and armor. And then here are all the collectibles, the ones that I found. There's tons that you can find also for achievements. I went back to all the planets to just get some, to just complete some of the achievements. And then you get chunk, of course, that you can break down for craftables or sell and make good money. And here is the skill and perk system that you can apply to yourself and to their companions here, Valerie and Niles, which are the ones that I used a lot, or the most actually, because Valerie can heal you, Niles can let you craft things. I definitely highly recommend this game to anyone who has enjoyed games like Borderlands and BioShock and Fallout and just open world RPG with a lot of looting and shooting, crazy characters, crazy enemies, fun puzzles, not too long of a game, but also not too short of a game, lots to explore. I just can't say enough good things about it. This is one of my top games this year for sure. And I would have never thought I'm gonna say that like a couple months ago, because I never expected the game to be this good. And I'm so glad it's on Game Pass, because I know for a fact that I would have never bought this game because I had a bad experience with the first one. But now I just want to recommend this game to anyone, even the ones that maybe have to buy it, because it is definitely worth every penny. You get so much fun out of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, take care, bye bye.